You know, we heard all kinds of things about the word nice. Nice guys finish last. It doesn't pay to be nice, so forth and whatever. When you're in a relationship with a woman, it does pay to be nice. There's some other things you want to add to it, though. You want to be thoughtful, and you always want to listen, even when you feel like you don't want to. Sometimes when you don't want to, that's when she says the most. So, we're going to talk about things that make your relationship better and stronger with women and give you more of a connection to the woman inside. This is GentCulture, and we're up right now. Dame? All right, all right. Welcome to this late edition of Gentleman Culture. I am the Black Knight. Always with me is Miss Dame Frankie, the Lady Knight herself, behind the scenes. We apologize for not being or not airing on our regular scheduled time, which will be Sunday afternoon. We do plan on returning to that time slot. There's been a few things that happened since Last time we aired on Sunday afternoon. We went through a lot. There were some changes. We became monetized. So there are some things that we're doing behind the scenes to boost the channel and make connections with other YouTubers. So we cannot do nothing about the time that's been lost on those time slots, but we are here now. Welcome to Gentleman Culture. This is where we try to build gentlemen, make men out of young brothers, and give you the proper knowledge you need to attract a black woman and build a solid relationship with her. Okay? We're here to give you some real information. We're not here to give you game. Life isn't a game. And you should never play with a woman's emotions. It's not a game when you have a relationship with a woman. So if that's what you're here for, you need to go elsewhere. We are grown men over here. We are grown men. We are adults. Adults. We're not children. We're not overgrown man children who walk around with backpacks with a PlayStation inside. That's not who we are. We're grown men. We wear suits. We covered financial resources, transportation. We build homesteads. We own homesteads. We are owners of property. We are grown men who have responsibilities. We raise children. We love our wives and protect our wives. Okay, so we are grown adult males over here. And so we are talking to the younger generation who inspire to be the next wave of gentlemen, black gentlemen. And if we can do anything to inspire the next wave of black gentlemen, that is something that we will wear as a badge of honor. Uh-oh. 1 second, please. Dame, come in here for a minute.
Yes.
Entertain the audience. I'll be right back. I have to change headsets. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to Miss Frankie. I'll be right back. I have to change headsets. Dame, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, entertain the audience. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. So, hey everyone. Surprise, not only gent culture, but a late gent culture. Uh, yeah. So the title is gonna be nice, thoughtful, and listen. Something we all need to do. But the main thing is to be nice and to listen. Everybody wants to be heard or know that the person that they're talking to is listening to what they're saying. It seems that a lot of people agree that parts of the problem is we have is communication, lack of it. So I think that's part of the communication is to listen to the person talking. Yeah, and hear what they're saying. Now, hey Yvette, Yeti Black, yeah, and I guess for those of us that are talking, pause so people can respond to what you're saying. To yeah, it's so easy, if you're trying to get all everything out at once before, but you're kind of losing the person because they don't feel like you want to hear from them because you don't pause or you ask them a question and you continue on. Yeah, they can they would know that if you have a 2-part, 3-part, 4-part question, you might have to break it down to one question at a time. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I gotta practice that more. I'm used to having 2-part questions, you know, and the person wants to answer the first question, and you still on part of the second. Um, Being nice is definitely important, because it'll change how people look at you. Um, because no matter what you have, you're not nice. People ain't gonna want to deal with you, won't put up with you, and they ain't gonna look at you the same. I don't know how many times a good-looking person all of a sudden looks ugly because they're not being nice. Yeah, and and you can't ignore the fact that person you're with is not nice. It'd be like, but they're always nice to me. Yeah, but it ain't gonna be that way. That won't be that way for long. But if they're always nice, they're always nice. Are they nice the majority of the time until there's a reason for them not to be nice? But even still, be nice. Oh, why do I just sound familiar? I think I just quoted the Roadhouse. Okay. Sorry about that. Uh, mm, yeah. So so that's part. Not just being a gentleman, being uh, a lady, considerate, a thoughtful person. That's those three things are main things for anybody. Thoughtfulness, being thoughtful, nice, and listening. So even though this is being gent culture, it can apply to everybody.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Am I coming in loud and clear, or do I need to turn my volume up?
You're coming out loud and clear.
All right, thank you, Miss Frankie, for holding it down. You can go back in relax mode. All right, everybody, I'm back. So sorry about the delay. I had to change headset, but an equipment malfunction. So what was I talking about? We are here at Gent Culture, Gentleman Culture, a culture that needs to rise to the top. Okay, a culture that needs to eradicate pimp culture. Gent culture is our answer to pimp culture. Pimp culture is a disease. It's disgusting, and it needs to be eradicated from Black society. It it denigrates our women. It destroys young girls. It defiles the sacred womb. It physically abuses women. It rapes women. It disrespects women. And it teaches young men to hate women and love men, which is hideously disgusting. So pimp culture is an enemy of Black women. And if it's an enemy of Black women, then it is an enemy of Black people. We have to start looking at situations this way. If they are against our women, then they are against all of us. Our women should always have a place in our hearts. They should always be the most protected, along with our children. Our women and children are package deals, okay? And they should always be the most protected. And this is the mindset that we must develop throughout our communities in Black society. Being a gentleman, a strong man who is also a gentleman, is like hitting the lottery for a woman, okay? If she can land a strong man who is also a gentleman, are you kidding me? She's in heaven. It doesn't get any better than that. And so I'm here to teach you young brothers how to be gentlemen, how to take your integrity and your honor and use it properly to attract women with substance. Substance for your mental stability, a substance for your emotional stability, substance for your physical well-being. And you're not going to attract these kinds of powerful women of love if you do not know how to treat them properly, if you do not know what to say to them to attract them, if you do not know what to do to allow them to develop dreamy eyes when they look at you. A lot of you listen to these so-called dating gurus, and they teach you all the wrong things about women. They teach you things that will work on women who are streetwalkers or sex workers. Well, they should work on them because you're paying them. But these things will never work on a regular woman unless she has unbelievable self-esteem issues. Uh, you know, it depends on how she feels about herself. If she's a woman that halfway feels decent about herself, these tactics, these filthy tactics will never work. They will never work. Okay? I teach here that you always deal with Black women with love and out of love, because that is the language that they understand. I've gone on record and I've also said that they do not do well at all with any kind of abuse. Now, am I saying that you should be a goody two shoes 24/7? Nobody can be a goody two shoes 24/7. Even the most righteous person falters now and again. But what I'm saying is develop the mentality of emotional righteousness. and you will win more times than not with women. Emotional righteousness, mental righteousness, physical righteousness, and you will win more times than not with women. You're going to lose sometimes. Women are very complicated. Women are very unpredictable. You know, sometimes it's a gamble, depending on the type of woman. She may be a little bit too elevated for you. Okay, you can attract a number of women, but you're only going to be able to entice the women that are on your level, or the women that you can rise up and reach their level. Those would be the only women that you attract. Why? Because those are the women for you. Every man has a type of woman that he is automatically attracted to, and she is automatically attracted to him. Every woman has a man that she's automatically attracted to. So, what you guys need to understand right away, when you get rejected, don't take it personal. You can't have every woman. Now, I know that may sound, I know that may sound minute, right? But actually, it isn't. It's a very powerful understanding, and it can help you a lot better than calling a woman out of her name or thinking a woman is for nothing but sex. You understand? Understand, every woman isn't for you, so rejection is inevitable. You can be attracted to, let's just say you put out 10 women, right? You can be attracted to nine of them, but nine of them can be attracted to you. But one of those women won't be attracted to you. And you can be handsome, you can be muscular, you can be dashing, you can be the coolest, you can have charisma. But one of those women, regardless of all of those things, won't be attracted to you. Why? Because she's not for you. She's not your type. You're not her type. She feels no attraction to you. She's not saying that you're a bad person. You're just not her type. And that's what you guys have to start paying attention to. The first thing you need to understand, okay, about women. Women have types. Men have types. The problem with men is we don't want to listen to what our type is. We tend to go overboard thinking that we can have every woman that comes down the pike, thinking that every woman is tailor made for us because we're men. We have a penis, and so every woman is for us. And that's the wrong way of looking at things. That kind of mentality can get you in a lot of trouble with women. Every woman isn't for you, and you need to pay attention to your type of woman and stay in your lane, and you will have a great deal of success with women. See, one of these things that these gurus don't teach you is to stay in your lane with your type of woman. Just because she has a vagina and a set of adrenal glands doesn't mean she's for you. Okay? Doesn't mean that at all. You have a set type of women that you are physically and automatically attracted to. Those are the women you need to stay in your lane with. And you have hundreds of them, thousands of them. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. You just have to go and continue to pursue until you start running into. How will you know that you are with the woman that is for you? Well, there's a natural attraction. and there's a natural reaction to the attraction. Okay, let's just call it reaction to the attraction. Okay, there was a natural reaction to the attraction. You feel comfortable. She feels comfortable. You feel like you know each other, or you feel like you've met each other before. You vibrate very well together. You conversate easily with one another. She laughs at your jokes, even though they may be corny. Or she may tell you that your jokes are corny, and you may laugh because there may be a way that she does it that's very comical and cute. Okay? These are some of the signs that you need to pay attention to realize that this woman, she is in your wheelhouse. She is in your lane. She is your type. Okay? Stay in your lane. Stay with your type of woman. Learn the signs of your type of woman. One, easy communication. Two, comfortability. Three, easy conversation. Four, good vibration, laughter. Okay. Five, she feels safe with you. Six, she makes you laugh as well as you make her laugh. Okay. Pay attention to these signs. You'll understand that you're with your type. Okay. Now, let's get into some real information, not game. Now, the word simp is thrown around all the time, usually by dweebs and incels and men who have absolutely no understanding of women whatsoever. Don't know their types, don't know anything about women. But if they see you being nice towards a woman, they will call you a simp. Okay? So they're nice guys are simps. Now let me explain to you how ridiculous that is. Okay? Are you saying that you're going to be with a woman and you're never going to be nice to her? Do you understand that that is a woman? Do you understand who women are? Do you understand that women are different from men? See, that's an understanding that you have to have first. Women like nice things. Women are very um, prissy. Okay, they like beautiful looking things. They like soft things. They like warm colors. They like surprises. They 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 light you up with the most radiant smiles if you surprise them with a gift. Okay, if you are helping a woman down the stairs, you are being nice. If you are picking up a woman's groceries to help her to the car, you are being nice. There is nothing wrong with that. Nice is something you need to be at all times with women, not just with your woman, but with every woman. Nice will build up a good rapport with women. Okay? 1 second. Dame,
Yes.
I need two definitions real quick. Give me the definition of nice and give me the definition of rapport. Let's start with nice first. In order to be nice, you have to understand the meaning of nice. And there's
Okay.
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being nice, and there's everything wrong with not being nice. Okay, Dan.
Okay. Nice. a let's see, nice, pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory. Second definition, fine or subtle.
Okay, so pleasant, agreeable, and what is it?
Let's see. Of a okay, of a person, pleasant in manner, good natured, kind.
Dan, what is the first definition?
Pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory.
Pleasant, agreeable, and satisfactory. Okay, is it wrong to be agreeable? No, it isn't. Not all the time, though. Nobody does anything all the time. You don't have to be agreeable all the time. Now, what's the second one? Agreeable and what?
Um, let's see, fine or subtle.
The first definition, then.
Oh, pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory.
Pleasant, agreeable, and satisfactory. So, nothing wrong with being pleasant. Now, naturally, we're not pleasant all the time. Nobody's pleasant all the time. So, you have to take this information and you have to use you have to exercise common sense. One of the biggest problems that you guys have with these so-called dating gurus is that they don't deploy common sense. For example, you have one dating guru who teaches that a woman should prioritize all of her time around you. That alone right there has no common sense. No woman is ever going to prioritize all her time around you. So to listen to something like that is to be foolish. This is what I mean by they do not tell you anything that helps you. As a matter of fact, the more you listen to them, the more repulsive you will become to women. And that is what you don't want. You don't believe me? Let's look up the word repulsive. Dame, look up the word repulsive.
Okay.
The more you listen to dating gurus, the more repulsive you will become to women. Dating gurus are chauvinists. Many of them are chauvinists and misogynists. Now, just because you heard the term misogynist doesn't mean that we're feminist. Okay? Misogyny or misogynist are terms that stand well on their own. Yes, I'm well aware that feminists use these terms a lot, but they are right about the term misogynist or misogyny. They are right about those. Okay? Misogyny is wrong. You should never be a misogynist. You're supposed to love women the way you would love yourselves. You have that repulsive word.
Yes.
Let's look up the definition. Repulsive. What is the definition?
Arouse intense distaste or disgust.
Say it one more time.
Arousing intense distaste or disgust.
Arousing and intense. What? Arousing, you
Intense,
said?
arousing, yeah. Arousing intense distaste or disgust.
Arousing intense distaste or disgust. So you can become disgusting to women. You can become distasteful to women. Listening to these gurus, Because for one, they don't know what they're talking about because they have no success with women. Do you realize that many of these gurus don't have any success themselves with women? So, being nice. Nothing is wrong with being nice. If you're being nice, you're building up a good rapport with a woman. Dame, what is the definition of the word rapport?
All right.
We're going to teach you the definition of the words that we're using because we want you to come away with a great understanding whenever you come to this show. We want you to have a good understanding. We want you to have real knowledge that you can actually use to attract a real woman and build a good, strong relationship and not be an incel, not be a dweeb, not being awkward. See, if you listen to this channel, you will overcome your awkwardness because you will have the proper knowledge in your head and you will learn how to deal with women properly. Okay? You will automatically mentally develop things to say. You
Okay.
can also get over being an incel. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Rapport.
All right. A close and harmonious relationship in which the people or group concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well.
There it is. That's the type of rapport you want to build with a woman. You want to build a rapport with a woman. Well, one of the ways to do it is to start with the ingredients that will allow you to build up a rapport. One of those ingredients is being nice. Women love it. Women respond to men who are nice. Women respond to nice things. Women love nice things. You want to be one of the things that they like. So be nice. Now, of course, nobody is nice all the time. So you need other things, okay, to help balance things out. So she's not always looking at one thing, right? She knows that you're capable of being nice. Great. But what else are you capable of? Well, thoughtfulness. Be thoughtful. That is another winner with women. See, gurus don't teach you the things that women really like and what really gets a woman's attention. A thing that makes a woman curious about you. Okay? You can have a muscular body and stuff like that. But is there something to you? Or you're just a robot running around here that only knows how to speak 2 words of English or 3 words of English, right? Let's have sex. She wants to know is there more to you than that? She wants to be interested in you. She wants to find out what is the mystery that makes you you. Be thoughtful. Be nice. I don't care how many men call you a simp. You're not interested in men. Be nice. Be thoughtful. Okay? What is the third one? Listen. That is huge when you're dealing with women. Listening. Women love to talk. They say a lot of things. And they always come back later on to test you to see if you were actually listening to what they were saying. This is how a lot of you guys get caught up, right? Your woman will go on a rant on Monday about a number of different things. Then on Friday, she'll come right back at you and ask you questions about that rant that she went on Monday by tripping you up by asking you, hey, on Monday she's saying, well, I'm working at the job. She works at Macy's. Well, I'm working at Macy's, and the department manager tried to give me too many hours, and I fell asleep on the job and almost got fired, and so forth, whatever. I'm going to cut my hours down, so I'm gonna need you to get more hours at the job so we can balance out the loss of income. Now she's ranting about all of that, right? If you're not listening, when she hits you on Friday, when the check comes in, and she noticed that you made no adjustment. So now she's going to ask you a question. Hey, were you listening to me on Monday when I told you that I no longer getting 40 hours and I needed you to compensate for that financially? And you're like, yeah, baby, I was listening. Well, why doesn't your check reflect that? Now you messed up because you know you weren't listening. See, let me tell you something. Not listening too many times will get you in serious trouble with women. I mean, serious, serious trouble. They don't like that. They feel that you're playing with them. They don't like to be played with. And it can cause them to start looking at you differently. Even your girlfriend, even the girlfriend that you've been with for a year, whatever, if you don't listen, it can really mess you up with your girlfriend. It can lead to separation. It can lead to the ball game being over because you're not listening. Okay? Learn how to listen. Be thoughtful. Okay? Nothing wrong with being thoughtful. Think about the things that your woman like. Think about the things that she does around the house. Okay? When you're living with a woman, see, I'm telling you some real stuff about living with a woman. Okay? If you're with a woman, one of the things that they hate the most is when you leave the toilet seat up if you're sharing the same bathroom. Okay? Don't leave the toilet seat up. Be thoughtful. You're a big, strong man. You can handle things, but they're different. You know, be thoughtful of them. There's something wrong with that. It's not hard to do. And these simple things that I tell you, right, can boost your relationship with your woman tremendously. It can make her love you more. It can make her connect to you more on a deeper level. It can draw her into you more because now she feels that you are worth it, that you are worth investing her love in. See, this isn't about a scantily clad outfit. This isn't about stiletto high heels. This isn't about how much she can shake her behind when she twerks. This isn't about all of that. This is about love. Love is the key to women. To women. I would say majority of them because now you have some situations that are different today. Excuse me, what was that noise? Dane,
Uh, I have no idea.
mute please. Thank you. And so, love is the key. If you guys hear me on my other shows, like Gangster Talk, one of the main things I talk about and why you're having so much problem with your women in this generation is because you don't love them. That's your biggest problem. You wouldn't be going through what you're going through now. You wouldn't have women talking about they don't want to have your babies if you would love them. It's not going to change, fellas. Love is always going to be the key to women. It's not going anywhere. So you need to learn, you need to understand love and what love is and how it connects to women. You need to understand these things. What's stopping you from understanding what love is about? Real love when it comes to a woman. Well, I'll tell you what's stopping you. You are listening to losers, losers who are calling you a simp, losers who have absolutely no track record with you, losers who are scamming you out of your money, confidence men who know that you are a loser and they are taking advantage of you being a loser. Guys like Red Supreme, who tell you all kinds of fanciful BS just to get your money. Never really tells you anything about women. He just feeds you a bunch of negative propaganda about women and you eat it up and then you pay him for it. You're never going to get a woman like that. You have to understand something. Women watch everything. They see you getting taken to the cleaners like that. Don't even try to talk to any of them. They won't give you the time of the day. All right? So love is the key. Now, how do you use that? Do you use it all the time? No. You have to understand, you're supposed to have several things that are going on that are positive, intriguing, mystery, even a little bit of even a little bit of danger. Okay? You're supposed to make yourself interesting to the woman. A mystery that she can explore, an adventure that she can go on. Not supposed to just be one thing. Okay? Nice is good to be, but that shouldn't be the only thing that you are. That's why the title is Be Nice, Thoughtful, and Listen. A combination of those three things. Not just nice by itself, not just thoughtfulness by itself, and not just listening by itself. But all three are connected. Be all of those things. Because what does that make you? It makes you interesting to the woman. Okay? So let's get back into the thoughtfulness. We can do a lot of things with thoughtfulness, right? If your woman works a hard job and she's on her feet all day, see, one thing you guys don't understand, a relationship isn't one-sided. This is what these gurus teach you. This is why you'll never have a woman. They teach you the one-sided part of a relationship. The side where she's supposed to wait on you hand and foot, and then you do nothing for her. Well, that's not the way it works. Not in a real relationship. See, in a real relationship, a good man always wants to please his woman, always wants to nurture his woman, because her love is so powerful, it can rock the entire house. Remember I said you can live in a house by yourself, right? And everything could be dull and dark. But when a woman comes in, she brings life with her. And now all of a sudden your house, it comes alive because there's love in the house now. And then you become more purposeful, uh, purposeful. Why? Because she gives you purpose. Before, when you were doing nothing, you were just slumping on the couch. Now a woman is in there. Now you around the house being a handyman. You tuning this up. You're doing this. She gives you purpose. She lights up the house. She brings life into the house. You understand? This is why you have to learn how to treat her right. Now, I agree. It's not a cookie cutter answer when it comes down to treating women properly. But you at least have to start with the basics. Be nice, be thoughtful, and listen. Those are basic things that you need to learn the other stuff, learn the more advanced information. You understand? Now, there is a contingent of men who are traipsing around the social media platforms and they're screaming to the highest heaven and trying to get men to believe that black women are masculine. Let me ask you something. Do you really believe that? Because I don't. And if you are believing that black women are masculine, then deep down inside, what are you really looking for? Are you looking for a man? And that urge is so strong that even when you look at a black woman, you see a black man. You must have those tendencies if you're going to say that black women are masculine. I mean, just look at that whole term, black women are masculine. Says who? You have to pay attention to the men who are saying these things, the so-called men who are saying these things. But let's not get off into that. Let's go back to what we're talking about. Being nice, being thoughtful, listening, overall being a gentleman. Being a gentleman doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. Let me understand something here. Let me get you to understand something. You should care about what women think about you. They are the prize. I'm not saying you should ignore your brothers, but choose carefully on what brother you listen to. I'm not saying that there isn't brothers out there with real knowledge, but be careful which one of them you're listening to. But it is the woman that you are pursuing. If that is the case, then you care about what she thinks. You care about what she sees, right? You're trying to win her hand, whether it be in marriage or in a serious relationship that will lead to marriage, right? So you need to do the things that are necessary to get to that point. You know, one of the biggest things that women always say, and they say this over and over again when you see them talk to men. When men are very abrasive, and some men are just outright ridiculous, don't know the woman at all, and just say crazy, out of the way things, right? Like, for example, a guy who just met a woman talking about, will you marry me? Or just met the woman talking about, I love you. And she's like, what? You don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't. Yeah, no. Why do women say that? You think they're saying that just to be saying it? There's a reason why they say that. See, women take relationships very seriously, and that's one of our flaws. We don't take relationships as serious as we should. Most definitely not as serious as the woman takes, right? And that comes back to bite us in many relationships because the woman is serious and you're not. And this often leads to a misinterpretation of her behavior towards you, right? When you do something ridiculous and she's coming at you with pots and pans and she's swinging. Why? Now she's swinging and you ducking and sliding and you out the door and you're telling your friends, man, she's crazy. No, she's not. She's just serious about the relationship. You're not. You think it's some kind of game. And she's trying to explain to you in a language that she thinks you'll understand. She believes if she bops you upside the head, if she bop you upside the head a few times, you'll understand where she's coming from. She'll get through to you. And that you'll understand that she's taking this relationship seriously. Women take relationships seriously. That's why they love hard. They fall hard for the man that they fall in love with because they are serious from the jump street. You Negroes have to understand that when you're talking to a woman, you have to say to yourself, okay, this is a woman. 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, she's taking this thing seriously. If we get into a relationship, she is taking it seriously. You have to understand that. You need to do the same thing as a man. You need to meet her on even ground and take the relationship as serious as she's taking. 9 times out of 10, when a woman says she loves you, she means it. 9 times out of 10, when you goofy Negroes say you love a woman, you don't mean it. That has to turn around. You have to raise the percentage. Right now, you have a very high percentage. No, I'm sorry. You have to lower the percentage of being phonies, right? Right now, you have a high percentage of being a phony when you tell a woman that you love her. Okay? There's a high percentage that you're lying to her. It's a high percentage that you're being a fake and a phony. And you're just saying it because you're just saying it to get her in bed. So you can knock her up and become a deadbeat dad and make her a single black mother. And then go on Red Supreme show and talk about it. Man. Yes, Mimi, they are really that lost. That's why I'm coming from this basic approach. A lot of these guys, man, they don't have it. I'm sorry. I've seen some of the worst. That's why I'm taking this approach. I have to come from nearly a child's point of view and build it up. Not that I'm disrespecting you, Buzz. I'm just acknowledging where you are in your education and understanding of women. Many of you don't have any at all. And listen, I'm not putting you down. Okay. Instead of putting you down, I'm trying to do something about it. I'm trying to give you that basic information. We have to start there first. You have to crawl before you can walk. Some of you have absolutely no information whatsoever and don't know what to do about anything when it comes down to a woman. And then you get caught up with Red Supremes and these gurus, and then you just mess everything up for you. And you don't even realize why you can't get a woman. You don't even have the basic knowledge. So this is why I'm starting from scratch. Let's start with the basics. Be nice, be thoughtful, and listen. We'll add to the debate. We're going to take this slow. Those of you who understand all of this is not for you. This is for the people who need this desperately. Trust me. If a lot of people didn't need this, I would have the title that the title would be something else. Okay? But I recognize a lot of these dudes, they it's bad. Okay? So be nice, be thoughtful, and listen to the woman. Okay? When you meet a woman for the first time, don't be over anxious. Now, a lot of you guys, you dweebs, you awkward dudes, right? I see another problem that you have, another mistake that you make, right? When you meet a beautiful girl or pretty girl, you become intimidated and you start worshiping that girl. You should never do that. You should never kowtow or worship a woman like that. Okay? That's not strength. And I'm not even going to tell you how you look. Okay? What's the name of the song that we always play by the Temptations? It's called Treat Her Like a Lady. There's a reason why I picked that song. Because no matter how beautiful the woman may be, no matter how pretty she may be, right? She wants to be treated like a lady. That is the key. So what do you do with a gorgeous woman that makes your heart skip a beat? Do you do something special? Do you go and get a magic carpet? Do you find a genie and give her 3 wishes? What do you do with a gorgeous woman that makes your heart skip a beat? A lot of you guys, when you run into a woman that is stunning, right? You can't even speak. What you do is very simple. You just treat her like a lady. That's it. You don't have to turn into a magician. You don't have to turn into a genie. And most certainly do not worship her because that'll kill your chances. If she see you worshiping her, she won't even. That's a deal breaker. She could never look to. If she see you kowtowing and worshiping her, she could never look at you as a man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be a strong man. Look her in those beautiful eyes and treat her like a lady. Okay? Just like you want to be treated like a man, she wants to be treated like a lady. That's all you have to do. There's nothing special for you to learn. Um there's nothing outside of the realm of normalcy that you need to know. Just treat her like a lady. That's respectful to them to be treated like ladies. Gentlemen know how to treat women like ladies. And it's so easy. They make it easy for you to treat them this way because they're so girly, they're so ladylike. All you do is just pretty much follow the dotted lines. If they're coming down the stairs and they reach their hand out for you to graciously help them down the stairs, do it. Like I said, they make it easy for you. Always walk with them, and them always keep the woman on the most protected side of your body, the inside, because usually danger will come from the outside. That's not always the case. Sometimes it comes from the inside, depending on where you are. So you have to be aware of that too. But if you're in the area where you can protect her on the inside, always put a woman, when you walk with her, in the most protected space that you control. Okay? That's another way to treat her like a lady. Protect her. Okay? Allow her to put her hand around your arm and elbow so she can hold on to you because you are a pillar of strength. While she's wearing her heels and she's being a fine woman, you're being a handsome, strong man. Allow her to do these things. Talk to her with respect. Treat her with respect. Treat her like a lady. Make her laugh. I told you, laughter will get you a long way with women, especially if you could bring that little girl laughter out of them. Learn how to make women laugh. I'm not saying you got to be goofy and stuff like that, but don't be afraid to make them laugh. There's nothing simpish about that. You're trying to build up a good rapport. You're trying to build up a good connection. Learn these things, and I'm telling you, I don't care how pretty she is, how gorgeous she may be. She is still a lady. Treat her that way. Don't worship her. Don't get down on your knees talking about, I'll drink your bath water. You know how, yeah. So you, okay, yeah, I wanted to address that. You fools with the bath water, y'all need to stop that. That's disgusting. Okay? It is. All right? And women are very uh repulsed by that. It's disgusting. It's nasty. Okay? A woman doesn't want to be impressed on how nasty you are, how disgusting you are. She don't want to be impressed that way. She want to be impressed by how you treat her like a lady and how much of a gentleman you are. And how much and how interesting you are. And that she want to go home and think about you. She want to talk about you to her friends and find out who is the man behind the mystery. Now, one of the things these stupid coaches get right. You don't always want to be up on a woman. You want to give her some time to miss you. Okay? Give her some time. Let her think about you for a while. Okay? Learn how to be strong. Remember, I told you, what is your basic nature as a man? Strength. So you have to be strong in every phase of who you are. I know sometimes it's hard to resist a beautiful woman. It's hard not to want to be with her all the time, but you have to learn how to do that because that will lead to being with her. Okay? If you're on her all the time, you don't give her a chance to miss you or figure you out or think about you or anything. Now you start to go in the opposite direction. Okay? Exactly, Remy. Because Russell Wilson treats the beautiful Sierra like a lady. As beautiful as Sierra is, what Russell Wilson does, he treats her like a lady. Remember, no matter how beautiful they are, they still want to be treated like a lady. Okay? Especially in public, because people are watching. Women love to be graceful and ladylike in public. That's a big thing for them. Okay? Why do you think they have these different types of walks, hips swinging, curves everywhere? She is a natural attraction. And so when people are looking at that natural attraction, she wants them to see that she's being treated like the lady she is by the man who's by her side. Let me check in with the dame. Dame,
Yes, yes,
am I on point so far?
yes. You're on point so far.
All right. Thank you, Miss Dame.
Mm-hmm.
See, guys, I'm not telling you anything wrong. I'm confident in what I'm saying. You can ask the women who are in here. Okay. Now, being a dweeb is not okay. First of all, we got to get rid of this foolishness about being awkward and being a dweeb at the age 40 and 35 and all that. That's you're too old for that kind of nonsense. Okay. If you're 35 years old, 30 years old, and you're still a dweeb or a deviant or you're socially awkward, man, you need to go see a therapist. You got mental issues. Okay. A relationship with a woman is not what you should be pursuing. You should be pursuing a relationship with a therapist. You need therapy, mental therapy. Okay. You're far too old to be awkward, socially awkward. You're far too old to be some kind of dweeb or deviant. Those are things you usually are when you're a teenager because you don't know any better. Not when you're a grown ass adult. What are you doing being socially awkward at the age of 30? That's nonsense. Okay? What are you doing being shy at the age of 30? You think that looks cute? When you tell a woman that okay, you got two women, and then I'm going to ask a question to the women, okay? Let's start like this here. You got two women. They're in their late 20s. You in your early 30s. You just met these two women. You're talking to them, right? No, one woman. Now, you don't tell a woman your age. Y'all having a conversation, and you tell her that you're shy, right? She may not have a reaction right away, okay? Now, say you meet the next woman, and you tell her that you're 33, and then tell her you're shy. She's going to have a different reaction. She may roll her eyes at you. You know why? Because you're too old for that. What are you going to do? You want her to potty train you too at the age of 33? You know what you sound like telling a woman that you're a grown ass man, 30 some years old, You know what you sound like? Telling the woman you shy. Then, then come on in here.
Yes.
If you find out that a man is 30 plus years old and he told you he was shy, what would you think?
30 something. Uh, he might be playing some game
Hmm.
or trying to pretend to be shy.
Right. Now, thank you, Dame.
Hmm.
If you notice what her answer was, she said that she would think that he's playing some kind of game. You know why? Because she's not looking for him to be shy at that age. You are too grown for that. You are far too old to be walking around here talking about you're shy like you're some kind of child. Okay? I'm telling you guys now, stop listening to these gurus who tell you that. And as of right now, if you've been telling women that, stop doing it. Stop doing it. You're not supposed to be shy at that advanced of an age. You are too grown for that. Women don't have time for a 30-year-old shy dude. Basically, you're still a child, and they don't have time for that. Women are looking for men, grown adult men who are responsible, who are strong, who can take care of responsibilities. That's who they're looking for. So they're not looking for 30-year-olds who are saying ridiculous things like they're shy. That's who they're not looking for. Okay. See, now what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to clean up your rhetoric. I'm trying to take some things out of your rhetoric so you can sound better to women when you talk to them. That shy stuff, get that out of your rhetoric. Throw that away. Don't never tell it going forward. If you've done this, don't do it anymore. Okay? Don't never tell a woman that you're shy. Okay? Not anymore. Even if she says, "Are you shy?" You say, "No, I'm not shy." Don't do that anymore. Okay? Another thing, many of you guys talk too much. Okay? You're supposed to let the woman do the talking. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but apparently your older brothers never talk to you about women. So I'm doing it. This is I'm taking you back to the basics. Okay? Many of you guys, you talk too much. Okay? You talk, you're long-winded. Don't let the woman get a word in edgewise. And then on top of that, many of you have the nerve to think that you're intellectuals because you're long-winded. You know what that does to a lot of women? They lose patience with you. Okay? Then they start thinking negative things about you. Like, I wish he'd shut the fuck up. Excuse my French. Damn, he talked too damn much. Then they start avoiding you, right? The next thing you know, you're on Jason Black talking about you being shunned by black women. Yes, you're being shunned. You know why? Because you talk too damn much. That's not a good look for men. You ever heard of the strong silent type? Well, that's still real, you know. Now, I'm not saying you can't talk to the woman, but have a back and forth with her. Don't get into some long, drawn out discussion about yourself and all these things you did unless she asks you to tell her something specific about yourself. And even then, don't be long and drawn out. Get to the goddamn point. See, a man that can get to the point shows a woman that you can get something done. But when you want some long diatribe, it doesn't show that you can finish a project. It shows that you will take a long time to complete a project if you complete that project at all. If she say, well, tell me about your childhood, and you start talking about your childhood, and that talk lasts for 3 days. If she's still there on the third day. No, don't get into some long diatribe. Just say, well, I was a kid, I got in trouble and I got a couple of spankings and things were a little exciting here and there. I blew up the house and my parents was mad and so forth, whatever. Sum it up. Don't get into some, well, I was a little child and I wore, I used to like to wear shirts that had 5 different colors in them and always having one collar bigger than the other and one sleeve shorter than the other. And this made its way to the type of pants that I wore and my shoes. I wore one shoe that had a flat heel, and I wore another shoe that looked like a Volkswagen. Now, you done said all of these things, but didn't say one thing about yourself. You sat there and spent a whole bunch of time talking about the clothes that you wear. Okay? And this is unnecessary. This makes your diatribe even longer. This makes you boring. You guys talk too fucking much and you want to know why women don't want to be around you. Because for one, if you don't have the voice to carry a woman, you damn sure don't want to talk too much. You damn sure don't want to talk too much. And then I noticed a lot of you dudes, like that idiot that was on Jason Black, y'all make up all of this rhetoric that don't make any damn sense. Because you want to sound intelligent. You can't even answer a damn question and be straight about it. You say, well, you say you make 6 figures. How did that happen? Did you get promoted or did you step into a job you were already making 6 figures? Instead of just being straight, well, I wouldn't apply for a job. I got the job and I found out that the job, was paying 6 figures. Instead of saying that, you want some, well, it was the apparatus of the understanding of the situation. And it correlated into a magnitude that was of delphonic proportions. And when I picked up that phone, I knew the people on the other end didn't know who I was. So I had to get myself together to put on this psychedelic presentation of the kaleidoscope of work that I wanted to present it to them. And to alleviate the magnitude of the situation. I wanted to make them feel comfortable with my presentation as an orator so that they know that I'm not just one skilled, that I have multiple skills and that they will be impressed. So they will be wanting to hire me and pay me the kind of money that engulfs six figures. What the fuck was all of that? You guys just make shit up. Try to make yourself sound like you're intellectuals. I mean, some of you dudes on here are so freaking funny. It's sad. And that dweeb that was on Jason Black, he did a lot of that, but Jason Black cut right through it. So, but these are the things that you don't want to do when you're dealing with women. You don't want to be long winded. You don't want to make up these stupid ass conversations with all this ridiculous rhetoric that don't make sense. You don't want to do any of that. You want to be straightforward, and you want her to enjoy the conversation. You see, you what you should do. One of the best conversations that you can have with a woman is let her slightly dictate the conversation, and you entertain her with your answers. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Entertain her with your answers. If she say, "Well, were you some kind of um, hot shot when you was growing up?" Oh, baby, I don't know about hot shot, you know. But you could take the shot off the end and just go with hot. I was kind of hot, back in the day. I thought I was hot anyway. You know, make her laugh. Say something goofy like that. Entertain her while she's dictating the conversation. Say some things that are entertaining that'll make her chuckle. These are good conversations to have with women because they come away feeling connected to you. I'm telling you, laughter is big with women. If you can make them laugh, they will come away feeling a little connected to you. As if but they have to be interested in you first, though. Okay, it ain't with all women. Remember, we're not saying all women. All right, and we're only talking about what did you learn in the first part of this show. Stay in your lane with the women that are your type. Do not go out of your lane and deal with women that aren't your type. You are going to get rejected. Okay? A lot of you men don't understand rejection and why it happens. Because every woman isn't your type. Every woman isn't in your lane. You have to learn the type of women that you are attracted to. You have to learn what your type is. You have to recognize those women when they express symptoms of being the type of women that are in your lane. That's going to be your highest rate of success. Women that are your type. Okay, that's where your success is going to come from. Your success, like for example, if a woman is, let's just say you are a guy that is, I would say, somewhat needy. And say you need things like someone picking up after you. Let's just say that, okay? And you get with a woman that don't play that. She on some, you need to pick your clothes up off the floor. You need to pick up your damn hat. I don't clean this shit for myself. What the fuck are you doing, nigga? Well, that's a woman that's not your type. It's very obvious she's not your type. Because she's clashing with one of your big needs. And she's raising hell. That's not your type. Eventually, y'all going to get into a big fight because one thing going to lead to another. You understand? Because now she's gonna start thinking some kind of way about you. Damn, you a dirty motherfucker. You're gonna get offended. It's going to get worse. That's not your type. Your type is, here's one of the symptoms of your type. Okay? A woman that you get with, and you come to work, you come home from work, you throw your jacket on the couch, your hat on the floor, whatever, and she goes by and picks it up and doesn't say a word. She looks at it as just something that is in her routine to do because when you come home, this is how you relax. That woman is your type. She's your type. Yeah. Now, say you're a man that loves a woman to cook a meal for him. You know, you feel like you've been working hard all day. You deserve a meal. Well, you meet a woman, okay, and you work your 60 hours. You come home and find out you want a meal. Well, she's ordering takeout. You want a home cooked meal. She's ordering you Chinese food. Well, you don't want that. Hey, baby, I want a home cooked meal. She tells you, oh, I don't do that. I don't cook. That's not your type. She doesn't cook. You're looking for a home cooked meal. That's not your type. You need to get out of that relationship. A lot of you guys make a stupid decision and stay in relationships with women that isn't your type simply because of sex. Sex will get you in a lot of trouble, bro. This is why I say only strong men should be in relationships. A strong man is not going to let sex control his better judgment. A strong man is going to see that this woman is not on par with him and she's not his type, and he's going to get out of that situation. A man that who is desperate and doesn't understand that he needs to be in his lane with women that are his type is going to try to stay in that relationship. That's all wrong for him simply because of the sex, and it's going to turn bad for him. You're a man that likes a home cooked meal from your woman. This woman flat out telling you that she don't cook and she's ordering you Chinese food. That's not your type. Get out of that relationship. You're way out of your depth. Your type of woman is when you come home, she's got the meal cooked for you, or she's cooking the meal. She's taking your coat off and saying, honey, why don't you go take a shower? Then they'll be ready in 15 minutes or 10 minutes. That's your type. So understand your type of woman, and you'll have a better understanding on why you get rejected. 9 times out of 10, you're being rejected by the women who aren't your type. It's possible to get rejected by a woman that's your type too, because you might be offensive to her. You might say some stupid stuff, and she don't want to. She don't want to mess with you either. So it's possible you can also be rejected by the woman that isn't your type. Okay, but learn. Okay, exactly, and so learn the women. Stay in your lane. All women aren't for you simply because you're a man. Stop thinking that way. That's another thing that gets you in trouble. I heard these incels and these red pill guys say stuff like, "Well, black men have access to all these women." No, you don't. All these women aren't for you. Just because you're a man doesn't mean every woman is for you simply because she's a woman. No, there are many women that aren't for you. And you need to learn that. You need to learn your type. Starting tonight, go test some things out. Find out who you are. Learn the type of man you are. Okay? And then match the women to who you are. Learn your type of woman. You're going to have a higher probability of success with women who are your type. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to land a lot of them either, but just because they're your type, don't mean that they're going to agree to be your girl. You can still turn them off too, but you will have a higher rate of success if you will stay in your lane and deal with women that are your type. They're easier for you to talk to. They're more of a natural attraction to you. There's a comfortability there because they are your type and you are their type. It goes hand in hand. Now, there are situations where a woman may be your type, but you may not be her type. So what do you do in a situation like that? Well, you got to let her go. If you're not her type, it's not going to work. See, let me explain something to you. Forced relationships do not work. Getting with a woman simply because she's a woman and not your type of woman that's a forced relationship. It doesn't work. You are out of your lane. Those relationships will never work. You don't force a woman to be with you. A lot of you get caught up in a stage of lust. You end up with the wrong woman, and then she, gets a damn sickle and cuts the top of your head off one day. And you on social media talking about you hate black women simply because you ignored the type of woman you was with. You ignored the fact that she wasn't your woman. I'm sorry, that she wasn't your type, and that the relationship was forced. So now you reap what you sow, and you on social media afterwards, after you done got scalped, calling a woman crazy, and then talking about black women are bees and hoes. It doesn't work like that. Okay? You have to learn your type. And this is some of the most vital information that I can give you that you will never get from these so-called gurus because they don't know it either. They're telling you stupid things like a woman should prioritize all her time around you. If she doesn't prioritize all her time around you, then you don't want her. Well, not that you don't want her, you're never going to get her because a woman isn't stupid enough to do something like that. See, they're telling you dumb shit like that, and you're believing it because you're an idiot. Stop being a goddamn idiot. There's no woman that's going to do that. And they don't teach you to learn your type. I'm telling you some real shit. Learn the type of woman, your type of woman, and pursue those women. Your success rate will go up. Okay? Like I said, there's also a possibility that you could run into your woman that exhibits all of the things you like and she is your type, but you're not her type. That happens sometimes. It's rare, but it happens. In that case, what do you do? Like I said, leave her alone. She's not for you. Just like Tony Montana told Mano, right? Stay away from her when he fell in love with his sister, right? Your sister is beautiful. Like, hey, stay away from her. She's not for you. You get it? Just because she's your type, you have to pay attention to the fact that you're not her type. In that case, stay away from her. Don't pursue her. You guys get yourselves in trouble for more than it's worth because you ignore signs. You can improve your relationships with women just by obeying simple things. Hey, I'm not her type. Right, move on. Not the end of the world. Move on. She's not, you're not her type. But I'm her type, so what? Understand something. She is the prize. I understand it hurts. Man, this gorgeous woman, she's my type when I'm not hers. I get that. That hurts, man, when you got a beautiful woman and she's your type, but you ain't hers, and you got to move on. Yeah, that shit hurt. But you got to move on and find a woman that's your type and you are her type. Usually, if she's your type, then you- you're her type. Usually, but again, there are occasions to where she's your type and you're not hers. Don't mean to be redundant about that, but I want you to be clear about that. So you don't go out here and be some damn stupid ass stalker. You guys got to stop all that nonsense, stalking, uh, being dweebs, being educated lames. What the fuck you calling yourself an educated lame for? So basically, what you're saying is you're intelligent, but you're dull and uninspiring. You gotta cut that shit out. Stop saying things because other people are saying it and they sound like trends. I sat and watched that happen on the internet, on YouTube. Remember the word holistic? Everybody was on some holistically speaking. Well, holistically speaking, well, it's holistic. Remember that? Everybody was on that holistically speaking shit. Quantum physics came into the damn equation. Everybody started talking about quantum physics. Oh, it's quantum physics. Pouring root beer over ice cream is quantum physics. Opening a bubblegum wrapper and taking the bubblegum out and chewing it is quantum physics. Everything was quantum physics. Then after the quantum physics wore out, everything was a vibration. Okay? And so you have to understand what I want you to stop thinking about right now immediately. And I want you to come away from this show thinking this way. Just because you're a man doesn't mean every woman is for you. I want you to start thinking that way because it's true. Every woman isn't for you. Deal with the women who are for you. There's plenty of women out there that are for you. There are plenty of women out there that's your type. There's thousands of women out there that are your type. But first, you have to learn what your type is. You have to learn how to recognize your type. If you know who you are, right, and you know the type of woman you want, you can recognize them anywhere, even on TV. You can recognize them just by going into malls, right, and having conversations or listening to a conversation. Like, man, that's my type. And watch. When a woman is your type, it's easy to approach her. She connects with you quicker because she's your type and you're her type. But let me say it one more time because I want you guys to get this in your head. I have to be redundant because some of you niggas are hard headed. Okay? I have to be redundant. I hate being redundant, but I have to because some of you niggas don't get it. There are situations now to where she can be your type, but you're not her type. And what do you do when you run into a situation like that? You leave her alone. You don't pursue her in any kind of relationship. Why? Because that relationship isn't going to work out. Why? Because you are not her type. What's going to happen is she's going to get tired of pleasing you because she's your type. The relationship will work out for a few minutes until her patience run out. And they will run out. You know why? Because you're not her type. And then she's going to get real swollen with you. Nigga, why am I always doing this for you? You don't never do nothing for me. Now you're stuck because you don't know how to deal with that because she's supposed to be your type. Now she's flexing on you. And you stuck. You don't even know what to say because you ignored the fact that you're not her type. So what happens to you at this point is on you. You brought that on yourself. So what have we learned? Learn who you are. Learn the type of women that are your type and pursue those kind of women and your success rate will go much higher. We also talked about being nice, being thoughtful, and listening. This is basic knowledge that can get you a long way with women. These are the building blocks to a successful relationship with a woman that is your type. Okay? You're not going to hear this kind of information elsewhere because these guys don't care about you. They just want money from you. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I care about black women and I want black women with good black men. So I'm doing my best to try to help build good black men out of you young brothers. Even some of you incels, I can help you incels too. That's not the end of the world. I can get you up out of that shit. That's just immaturity. Understand something. Incel, deviance, awkwardness, shyness, that's just immaturity. You're just immature. I can also teach you how to grow up overnight by getting rid of certain things that are in your mind that's causing you to stay immature. One of you guys' biggest problems is that you don't have any belief in yourself. You don't have any confidence. You don't have any confidence. That's why you're a dweeb. That's why you're awkward. That's why you're walking around here telling women that you're shy, you're 35 years old. Like she's supposed to treat you like some goddamn child. That's why you're a stalker, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't have any confidence in yourself. A real man who believes in himself doesn't have to do any of those things and would never do any of those things. You guys have to learn how to become real men. Real men believe in themselves. Real men carry a high amount of confidence. See, I paused there for a reason. I said high, and then I waited for a minute. So I want you to focus on the word high. Then I hit you with amount of confidence. Now, what will we talk about on the next Gen Culture? We'll probably pick up where we left off, or I might have a completely different topic, depending on what I'm addressing on how to fix you guys. We're still going to have basic knowledge because there's still some basic stuff that you guys don't learn. This is just the beginning. Basic knowledge. I got to treat you guys like this because many of you don't have anything. So we're going to continue on our basic knowledge on Next Gen Culture so we can get you guys here on the ground floor from scratch. Okay? So until the next time we talk, I want you to be nice to a woman. I want you to be thoughtful to a woman. And I want you to listen to a woman. Be nice, be thoughtful, and listen. Basic information. Practice that. Practice it until you become good at it. Be nice, be thoughtful, and listen. 2, understand the type of man you are. Understand your needs and what you like. And don't be stupid about it. Don't overdo it. Don't be on some dumbass, well, I want a woman to clean my drawers. I want a woman to make me pancakes while I'm in bed and do this and change my diapers and burp me. Don't be stupid. Be realistic about who you are and what your needs are. And all you got to do is match a woman to those needs, and you will have found your type. But there's a catch to that. You have to be her type too. It's not a one-way street. I want you to get into the habit of understanding that love isn't a one-way street. It's not just about what you want from her, it's also about what she wants from you. Start thinking that way. And stop thinking the way these fools want you to think. They want you to think that a woman has no rights, that a woman should just be a sex slave. You keep thinking like that, and you'll develop into a monster. You'll develop into a sexual predator. Why are you here? And some of you are in the clouds. I know you're listening. Why are you here? Because you came here to learn how to be better men, how to be strong men, how to be gentlemen, and learn some good behavior towards women, some respectable behavior towards women. You came here to learn how to love women, how to talk to them, how to get them to see you as a gentleman, as a strong man. That's why you're here. Now, I have no problem teaching you these things, but you need to practice. So what's the homework tonight? The homework tonight is practice. Even, you can practice this on your sisters. If you don't have a girlfriend, just talk to your sisters and say, hey, I listened to this guy, Max. He has a show called Gentleman Culture, Gent Culture for short, and he's teaching me about women. They may laugh at you for a minute because they're your sisters. They're always clowning, but don't pay them no mind. Okay? They'll commend you for trying, especially if they see that what you're trying to do is positive. But they'll be willing to help out. So listen, I need you guys to help me out. I need to practice something that he told me to practice. He told me to practice being nice to you, being thoughtful to you, and listening to you. I bet you they'd be like, really? Well, that's nice. That's good. You see, they'll like that. They'll let you practice. Okay? Let's confirm that, shall we? Dan, can you come in here for a minute?
All right.
Dang.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh huh.
If you had a friend, let's just say Thaddeus, right? Your friend.
Uh huh.
If he said to you, hey, Dame, listen, I want to practice being nice to you. I want to practice being thoughtful to you and listening to you.
Okay.
What would you think?
Um. That that that's what he wants to do. He wants to practice.
How would
Uh,
that make you feel as a woman, though? Would you think
oh,
that was cool of him, nice of him? What would you think of him?
um, I think it would be honest of him, and that he's honest with himself. Know that he needs help with something.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And would you think that was admirable that he's trying to fix that?
Yes.
There you go, fellas. That's why your sisters will help you because they would think like Dane. They would think that that you're being honest about something that you need help with. Okay? Thank you, Dane.
All right.
So practice, fellas. Be nice, be thoughtful, and listen. Assess yourself, understand what your realistic needs are, and match your woman to your needs. Most likely, she will turn out to be your type, and you will turn out to be her type. And this is where you will have your greatest success. All right? I'll see you guys next time on Gen Culture. We will continue the basic information and the growth. As you guys grow towards a goal that many of you haven't been able to achieve thus far. That is the goal of having integrity and honor and respect of other men and being a strong man and a gentleman and being fit to be a woman's husband and a child's father. I commend you on your efforts, and I'll see you next time on Gen Culture. All right, Dame. We're at it. The show is at its end. Peace. Power.